Before we start this review, I would just like to say that Brie Larson is my favourite actress of all time, and I was really hyped up for this film. Therefore, I found the whole Brie Larson is a racist and a sexist, as well as the whole boycotting thing, really annoying, as I was really hyped up for this film. And now I've seen it, and I'm fairly disappointed. It is quite lackluster, which really pains me to say, because I was really looking forward to this film. As I just said, Brie Larson is my favourite actress, and I've been waiting for her to have a film that makes her a household name, and this is it. And it's just not, well, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just meh. Anyway, let's get into the details. Also, there's a spoiler review at the end of this video. The script, for the most part, was okay. They would sneak in some whole #woman power thing, which kind of annoyed me. Not because I'm a sexist, but because that's not how people talk. You can have a female hero, you can have a heroine, without it being pushed in your face. I know females can be badass. I don't need that reinforced into my brain. So yeah, the script for the most part was good, but there were some, woman power things that kind of stuck out and kind of felt like they were shoehorned in there, which was a bit annoying. And the story is also kind of weak. You kind of know what's going to happen, although there is one twist that I wasn't expecting and I really liked. Onto the directing and acting. I haven't seen any of Ryan Fleck's or Anna Boden's films other than this, so I don't really know their directing style. But it seemed okay, I guess. I would like to know if that's the reason why this is one of Brie Larson's just okay performances, because in every film she brings her A game. And if you don't think that, you clearly haven't seen Room or Short Term 12. Not to say that Brie Larson's performance is bad, because it definitely isn't, but it just definitely isn't her best. Which is a shame, because she said that Carol Danvers is her most dynamic role, which I guess I agree with. I mean, Carol Danvers is a really good character, and she plays her well, but I just feel like there's kind of no character development. Her character doesn't really feel developed, and I think that's due in part to the kind of shoehorned in #woman power thing. Ben Mendelsohn, good old Ben Mendo, definitely gives the best performance as Talos, they say in the film, but I always thought it was Talos. His character is amazing, and I really like what they did in the Skrulls in this film. Definitely the best part about the story, to be honest. Jude Law is also really good. Samuel L. Jackson is really funny, and him and Brie Larson have good chemistry, because obviously this is the third film they've worked on together. The little girl who plays Monica Rambeau isn't the best child actor. Moving on to action sequences, they were also just a bit meh as well, to be honest. There's one at the beginning, and then the one at the end is pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, it feels very slow paced, and kind of just feels like they're filling in the gaps a bit. But yeah, final act and first act are really good, and I really did enjoy it. This film is an origin story, but it doesn't really know what type of origin story it wants to be. It's very buddy cop comedy, and then sad, and just, I don't really know. There's just a bit of a tonal mismatch. Cool, this is a really bad review, and the reason for that being is because I don't know how to feel about this film. I was so excited for it, and now I don't know how I feel about it because I'm disappointed. But there are some genuinely good parts in there. I really do like the 90s setting. I do like how practical everything felt. The suit's amazing. Although the space sequences, the CGI is a bit rough, I'm not gonna lie. Samuel L. Jackson's de-aging is really good. At first you're like, oh, whoa, that's a bit weird. And then after about 10 minutes, it just looks normal. Like, the de-aging is really good in this film. But what I do like about this film is the comedy, and how it feels standalone, which I like, because going into it, I was worried if this film exists purely to set up Endgame, much like Iron Man 2 or Captain America the First Avenger. But it doesn't, which is good, other than the post-credits scene, which is not really that good, to be honest. it feels like there could have been so much more in this film. In terms of possibly directing, I can't really comment on that. Script and story. As a normal film, a filmmaking standpoint, it's just okay. You have the line where it's very good, and then at the end of the line is bloody atrocious to the point where it's good. And then in the middle of that line, you have not atrocious, but not amazing, to the point where it's just okay. I feel like Captain Marvel was quite near that point in the line. I should most probably stop talking because I'm not a film critic. Man, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. Roll credits. I don't know, some bloody Hippocampus song maybe. I don't know. This is a bloody awful review. I like this film, but not that much. I was quite disappointed. Boom, simple. Roll the bloody credits, please. The whole scroll twist, I really liked. That was really cool. I was not expecting that. I really liked how they were good guys. Although, I think they weren't expecting people to think that Star Force were villains. I mean, dude, come on. They were clearly villains. Goose's reveal was sadly spoiled for me by a toy about a month ago, so I wasn't surprised by that, but it was really funny. I also had a feeling that Goose would scratch out Nick Fury's eye, which I don't know if it was because I was expecting it or if it was because it was quite anticlimactic. But I mean, I expected it and it was quite anticlimactic, so I mean that was okay. Continuity errors, which are really bloody small, which I'm to the point where I'm not even gonna say. The two post-credit scenes were. The first one, the one where I guess the scene is literally ripped from Endgame, is just a bit okay, and I don't like how they're aging up Brie Larson. The fact that they're aging up Brie Larson makes me hope that all other Captain Marvel films are set between the ending of Captain Marvel and Endgame. I thought they were just going to do the whole super soldier serum thing, where like they age really slowly. It just looked weird. It disorientated me, and I don't want to be disorientated during like a 3-hour film. And also the second post-credits scene with Goose coughing up the Tesseract. Well, oh yeah, also the Tesseract, that was interesting to see. I wasn't expecting that. That was really cool. Oh, I liked how Annette Bening was Marvel. I was not expecting that. That was pretty cool. The best thing about this film is the scroll twist and then how well everyone plays off each other. Oh, and I find it really sweet that Nick Fury called it the Avengers after Carol Danvers. That was really cool. It's a good standalone film. However, it could definitely be improved. I'd say the biggest letdown for this film is the script and the story. Everything else is pretty good, other than should have been more character development and CGI Brie Larson. It does not look good. Okay, well, it looks good, but it's kind of in that area of Uncanny Valley. The Stan Lee tribute at the beginning was great, but it ends with saying thank you Stan, and they missed out the comma, so that pissed me off. And I'm going to go watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine Season 5 now, because it's finally on Netflix UK today, and I really want to watch that.